Welcome back to the Brandon T. Adams audio experience. I'm Brandon T. Adams, and today I'm sitting here with Karan Raina. He's a CEO and co-founder of Gorilla Lifestyle, a company focused on hemp-derived consumer products, including energy shots and gummies. With nearly 2 decades of experience in business operations and scaling companies, Karan leads Gorilla's strategy to expand retailer reach while building a brand centered around quality products and everyday wellness. Under his leadership, the company is growing distribution and innovating into a competitive wellness market. And also, we're officially partners, buddy. Let's shake hands.
Let's
Listen
go.
right there.
We're excited.
Big Brand Ventures is partners with this. And I got to tell the story before we get into some questions, how we actually met, which is funny, on the golf course for a charity event.
It's the best place to meet.
Were you and I the ones in the cart together?
We were in the cart together. Yeah.
So we're in the car together. It was Kevin Harrington, Brian, and Karan and I, and we're golfing, which I didn't do very well. That's why I like scrambles, because you can take turns and get the best shot. And we met, we got to know each other, and then you showed your product. So that's the funny part. So you're like, hey, I got a THC drink. And I drank it. I'm like, this shit is good. and little did I know, I get to the hole 5 or 6. I'm like, oh, wow. This is really good.
Yeah.
I was a little high, but anyways, talk about where this even came about for this drink, because I think it's cool how we met first, and then Kevin and I both loved the product because we don't drink alcohol, and then the rest was kind of history. But how did this even come about?
Yeah, so we entered the hemp-derived THC market about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We entered with this 2-ounce energy shot.
Yep.
The idea was that there's a market of customers that are looking for an upper when it comes to THC beverages.
Yeah.
And so that was a lead-in product. And while we were scaling that business, we were presenting the product to distributors and retailers. And during that journey, I would pour this over ice and drink it.
The shot.
The shot, yeah. But I was getting way too high. And so what I realized was I needed to find a solution. And so we worked with the team, and through ideas, we realized that the better alternative was lower dosage and a sipping drink rather than an energy shot. And so we worked on, for about 12 to 18 months on R&D, we worked on Elixir, which is now our lead product across distributors and retailers.
What I love about the product, because I've tried all kinds of drinks before, there's other hemp drinks out there that I'll drink them, and then whether you get too high or I'll get like a headache like the next day, and I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't like how that felt. This is the best thing I describe. It's like the high end kind of THC infused drink.
Yeah.
And how I personally, because during the week I'm working, grinding, but like on a Saturday night, I need to try to get my brain chilled out. I have a nice glass, which I think you gave me. It came with the gift box that we had.
That's right, yeah.
I'll get that. I'll put some ice. I'll have a glass, and I'll sit there literally by the fireplace. I'll have a drink and chill.
Yeah.
And it's like my happy place, but I love the drink. Can you talk about what you went through to get the product where it's prime, like it's such a quality drink?
Yeah. So our biggest approach was ensuring that the quality and efficacy of the product was there, right?
Yeah.
And so one of the challenges that we ran into in the journey of the 12 to 18 months was we were finding that the few things that mattered to customers were obviously flavor profile was really important, right? And then the onset was a really big issue to customers. So typically when people dip their toes into the THC space, they'll try a gummy. And what will happen is they'll try a gummy, nothing will happen, and they'll have another one. And then their whole night is ruined, right? Yeah, exactly. Right. And so what we wanted to do was, instead of it taking 40 minutes or 50 minutes, we wanted the effect to happen much quicker. And so we worked on a water-based soluble nanomemulsification so that we could have an onset within 10, 15 minutes. So you can start to create your baseline of what this drink is going to do to you, right? And the idea is that effect and formulation and flavor are really important to us. So we work really hard and we strive to, have that at the highest standard. And that's what we've heard the most is like, you could feel it quickly. I know where my baseline is, and it's used for different reasons, right? So using it when you get home and you hang out and you chill out, you can, we have caffeine in there, so you can actually go out and go to a bar or restaurant and enjoy it in that type of setting as well. So we want it to be a versatile product.
So can you talk about just the business side of things?
Sure.
You guys are really scaling now the business. What was your strategy? How did you get into retail? How have you expanded the product?
Yeah, so no pun intended. I mean, really a guerrilla marketing approach to it, right? And so we went the tasting route. So we were really confident in our flavor profile, and we felt that we had created a really unique product that distinguish ourselves from our competitors, right? And so we worked directly. We got a huge break in New Jersey with a partner, a friend of mine actually, who really helped us out and put us in front of retailers immediately as soon as we launched the product. So we launched in November of 2024. And within the first month, we were in like 55 stores.
Wow.
And what the tool that we used was we said, we want to give away as much product as we can. We want people to try it. And the conversion rate was really high. And so really we built this on, one store at a time, getting in front of as many people. That opened doors to distribution. And then that's now opened doors to more of a national distribution approach.
So what do you see horizon this year, expansion?
Yeah.
Where's things going?
So right now we're in 4 states, both on the retail and on-premise side. Our approach for this coming year is we want to continue to expand across the country in multiple states. We want to get to about 10 or 12 states this coming year. But where we find the biggest opportunity, aside from retail, which the conversions happen, people are drinking less and enjoying THC beverages, is really the on-premise. There's a huge opportunity for on-premise. Whether it's, sporting events or it's bars and restaurants.
Like people are testing it, drinking it, getting,
and
they like it.
They're more comfortable with it too, right? The stigma around THC is slowly fading away.
Yeah.
And so what we're trying to find is that happy place where people believe and trust in the product. And we're building this product at the same quality as spirits are building it. And so there's no shortcuts. We're building in a facility that's got the same requirements as spirits.
It's funny because when I was a teenager, I was like, against THC, we'll even smoking weed, anything.
Yeah, likewise.
I drank alcohol heavily. Now, 18 months ago, I stopped drinking alcohol and I realized like alcohol, this is my own opinion, alcohol is like not good for you.
Yeah.
Even though obviously it's people like to drink it. And so then I turned to THC and I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry that feeling in the morning, like, oh, my head hurts, whatever. And that's why I love this drink. It really is. Everybody's got like their vice. My thing is I enjoy having a glass of Grilla.
Yeah.
Can you talk about, you look at, we're dropping alcohol sales increasingly, the future of the beverage space.
Yeah. So the way we look at it is we don't think alcohol is going to go away, right?
Yeah.
And we want it to be an alternative. So there's going to be 2 types of people: those like yourself who don't want to drink alcohol anymore, right?
Yeah.
And they want an alternative, like a permanent alternative. And then there's other people who are looking for circumstantial alternatives, right? And so certain days you want to have a beer or a seltzer, and certain times you go out and you want to have a glass of wine. We want to be that alternative. So if you have something to do and accomplish the next day and you want to be functional, this is a great drink, right? There's no hangover. We have no sugar and no calories in our drink, so you don't feel bloated the next day. It's really good for if you're trying to avoid weight gain. So our focus is we want to be an alternative product for whatever needs you have at that moment.
I want to switch gears and I want to talk about you being a co-founder and CEO of the company. What struggles, like, it's not easy to run a multi-million-dollar business, growing, hiring, everything. Can you talk about how you've been able to navigate as that founder CEO?
Sure.
Just for other founder CEOs out there who are growing a business?
Yeah. I mean, I've made a million mistakes.
Yeah.
And I continue to make those mistakes. But I think what we've been able to do is we've been able to build a strong team around us. Right. And trusting the team and having folks in there that understand the end user and the partners that we're trying to establish. And so for me, it's been putting a strong team together, which we still struggle with. We're continuing to bring on new talent. A big part of it was partnering with you guys and understanding both the retail e-com market. But for us, it's continuing to slowly get better in that sense. But the other side of it is that, producing product, we self-produce all of our products. So part of it is also building a reputable production facility, right? And ensuring that it's held to the highest quality. So for us, it's been, staffing and talent and how to get this product out in terms of education to the masses. And the other part is ensuring that the quality of the product sustains itself and continues to stay at a high level.
So if there were 1 or 2 tips to a CEO out there to perform at a higher level and navigate all the bullshit, what would that be? Be on a team.
I think individually for yourself, and something that I'm trying to improve on this year is be better organized, right? Yeah. Take the time to prep. It's a whirlwind, right? It's a tornado that you're thrown into 7 days a week. And we've talked about that as well. And I think a big part of it is taking time to prep and taking time to have to yourself to think. And the other side of it is having a balance of understanding that you might be moving, 1,000 miles an hour, but you can't put that into the production side of what you're doing. You have to be able to balance those two.
One thing I notice, I've met so many entrepreneurs, people that have been very successful, people that they haven't reached their full pinnacle. What I've learned, and learned this from Kevin and other people, you respond right away. So I'm the same way. Like if somebody texts me, I go to bed by 9:30 and then I wake up at 4 and then I'm responding to people. You respond right away in text. Kevin Harrington responds right away in text.
Yeah.
My most successful friends respond and they're on top of things.
Yeah.
That's something you do, which I have respect, because what I've learned is opportunity, when it presents itself, you got to be on top of it. And you've done that. Can you explain that same taking action, how you've done that and getting into distribution and retail and even capitalize on opportunities for the business?
Yeah. So I think a big part of that is I haven't said no to anything.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it's being partly the face of getting the brand out, or having that responsibility to get the brand out. You get these unique opportunities, right? And you have to be open to this idea that you have to show up and you have to be able to educate people on what your product is. And for me, it's every little opportunity. It doesn't matter how small or how big it is, I've shown up, right?
Yeah.
And for me, that matters. So even our golf event, I wasn't planning on going there. Only like 2 days before.
Can you imagine if you didn't go?
Wild. Yeah. No, but it was 2 days before. Our mutual friend who runs a great organization was like, hey, I have this spot, and can you still make it? And I said, yeah, I'll try my best to make it. And then fate.
He must have really liked you. He put you in our car.
Yeah. No, and like that was fate, right? Like it created a conversation and an opportunity. So for myself and other folks, I think utilize the opportunities that come your way. There's no big or small opportunity that's too important for you or not important enough for you, because you never know what that's going to turn into.
Yeah. Where can people order the product?
So GorillaLifestyle.com, you can get our entire portfolio of products, retailers across New Jersey, Florida, Wisconsin, Delaware, and slowly within the next 60 to 90 days, we'll be in Tennessee and a few other states.
Expanding quickly. I'm excited for the growth of this business. Before we wrap, I always like to ask this question: what's your best advice for entrepreneurs or people out there to have success in life?
I think experience drives success. So regardless of what you do, I think gain that experience across all platforms. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 20 years into professionally working, and only now do I feel the confidence that I do.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you can't attain natural instincts. I think experience matters the most.
I love it.
Yeah.
Check out everything he's doing. Go try this drink. I love it. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later.